I'm marking out. I'm totally marking out right now. And maybe I should clarify what that means. There's a few of you that understand what a mark is. If you don't know, it's a term used in professional wrestling. Most of the time, it's if you are considered a mark, you are considered somebody who believes that what's being portrayed is real. I think it was even said in the Boys in the Hood movie whenever they were messing with Trey and they pulling on Mark. So it's kind of a varied word here and there, but I'm gonna go and also there's such thing as educated marks, as in you think you know what's going on, but you're still a fan. Well, I'm totally marking out for a second here for my own self, and here's why. We've got the UFC 276 that's coming up. It's International Fight Week. A lot's been going on the last couple of days. So we've had the press conference, which I'll talk about on my podcast. We've got the weigh-ins literally going on right now. Tomorrow's going to be the fights. So, and there's something about, if you didn't know, it used to be called Green Room. Now it's just called Spotify Live. So the idea of Clubhouse is still carrying over into the audio casting world. So they still want to be involved in it. Facebook's fell through the cracks. But I'm sharing all this because on Spotify Live, there are a couple of MMA shows that I follow. One of them is called Ringer MMA. It's a fairly well-known, fairly respected by the MMA hardcore fans, that if MMA or a Ringer MMA is going to be on, then people tune into Spotify Live and listen inside the room with a chance to be able to be on the stage. So, Clubhouse does the same thing, but I'm sharing this because there's moments that us podcasters just mark out. And one of them, for instance, I believe happened with somebody inside the YFB network. It's Loud and Opinionated. He received a picture autographed by Jim Cornette from the wrestling world that says, "Too Loud and Opinionated, a podcast I will never listen to. Thank you, F you, bye." Now, he treasures that. It's in the Loud and Opinionated mansion now. I guarantee it's nearby where he does his recordings. I've had a couple of big people that have been on my show, 3 different MMA fighters. I've had a professional rock and roll band come on my show. So I've had some big moments. But this one really got me excited. So I'm looking at Spotify Live, and I'm seeing that Ringer MMA and a couple of other shows, including the biggest name in MMA journalism out there today, Ariel Helwani, are going to be watching the weigh-ins. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to tune in. I'm listening to this Spotify Live where I can. I have to turn it out because I'm driving. So not long ago, I actually have a chance to stop, and I look at my phone, and it doesn't say Ringer MMA has invited you into the room. It doesn't say that. It says Ariel Helwani has invited you into the room. The biggest name in MMA journalism, the guy who gets a front row pass to every event, from the press conferences to the weigh-ins to the stare-downs to cage side himself in any organization, Ariel Helwani asked this guy to go and join him on a Spotify Live room. And bragging rights, I'd like to think so. You never know when an important name out there will pull you up on stage and give you an opportunity to be a part of the show. Now, granted, that doesn't mean I had a chance to speak. Everybody's muted because we have the weigh-ins going on. We're finding out if Jared Cannonier is going to make weight. We find out if Max Holloway is going to make weight. But just the opportunity was there. Ariel Helwani came knocking on the door of YFB. I've opened the door. That's as far as we've gotten. There's no banter in between, but exciting moment for yours truly. Good to be back on YouTube with you guys. Be watching UFC 276. Have a great 4th of July weekend. And I'm marking out and having a little steering wheel confession. It's been a while since we've done that. But oh man, what a great feeling. Ariel Helwani has invited yours truly to jump in the Spotify Live realm. Let the good times roll.